So what should you do when freelance work starts to dry up? The first thing is not to get rid of your values, your principles and your morals when it comes to the type of client and project that you want to work on. Hopefully when you started out you had a very clear picture of the type of organisations and businesses that you wanted to work with, and you really don't want to start compromising that just because work has started to dry up. So you need to pause and ensure you don't go into panic mode, because it can get difficult, and I understand that you may be in that situation where you need to bring in some income to continue your freelance business. So the first thing is to take stock, pause and reflect on those values. The second thing is to see the opportunity in this time to actually get your marketing in place so that you don't have the feast and famine that you can often have in freelance work. So it's actually a good time to sit down and look at your own marketing activity. What brought in all your previous clients? Was it through your network? Did you get some word of mouth referrals? Was it through some of the social media activity that you've perhaps started to reduce on because you've been so busy in previous months? Reflect on where you won your previous projects and then go back. Once you know what worked, you can actually go and replicate that. So if it was your network, you could go back to them and explain that you have some availability now to take on new projects, for example. If it was your social media activity that has recently died off, start posting and engaging again. Maybe it was you ran some campaigns through your website. Go back, reflect on what worked well with them and start to replicate them. So it's not a time to panic, it's a time to take stock and switch your mindset to looking at it as an opportunity to rebuild and get your marketing activity going again for your freelance business. And then hopefully over time, as you start to pick this up, you then bring back in some new business and you continue with the marketing activity. So don't let it slip so you get back into this situation again. Remember how frustrating and difficult at the time it was, and use that as fuel to continue your motivation to actively market your business throughout time. The final thing I add is if you're good, it will definitely work out well. I've been through this period many times myself. I've spoke to so many other people where you feel like, where's the next project going to come from? Something always comes through as long as you're doing the steps that I mentioned earlier. If you're putting the action in, you will always get the results. You just have to trust in the process. And the more and more times you go through this where you feel like there's maybe a little dip coming or you're a little bit quiet and you bounce back, you'll soon realise that that is the case, and that will build your inner confidence. But what you want to get away from is this feast and famine by continually to active market your business. So hope that helps, and as always, any questions or comments, please post below.